Welcome to yet another edition of Enchanting Education. We're glad you have learned so much and are now at this point of your training. It sounds like you've received a tricky scheduling request from Ms. Feathermore. This situation calls for some intuition and good judgment, so I hope you've got your A-game on. Let's get started. First, let's handle some of the more manageable requests that we are more familiar with. Ms. Feathermore has asked to switch her interview time length from 30 minutes to 20 minutes in order to accommodate all applicants. Go to the interview length section of the schedule details page and select 20 minutes. We are then going to click on Save, which you can find at the top of your page. You may need to click on Through again with the Confirm and Continue. And brilliant, we are at the right point, back on into the schedule. Next, we will need to add another room. This one is a bit trickier because all other interview rooms are taken, which is a common issue during the fall semester, if I may say so. First, let's think about this with some common sense. There is a general rule not to schedule interviews conducted in the Tanner building outside of the Business Career Center, but this calls for your best judgment. Factors that play into this are the company's engagement status, do they recruit heavily, previous experiences that have ended negatively, etc. If you are still unsure, it is always best to escalate it to your superiors. In this case, you know it would be best to give them another room, but where do we start? You guessed right. We shall check the Marriott School room reservations page to find any available boardrooms. To get there, open another tab and type marriottschool.byu.edu. Brilliant. Let's now click on Sign In/Tools at the top right-hand side of the page. For us, the NetID login is Careers, and the password is Recruiter1. After signing in, you will be plopped back to the same home page. You will want to click on Room Reservations from the BYU Tools drop-down menu at the top right-hand side of the page. You are now in the Room Reservations page of the Marriott School. You will want to click on the calendar icon next to the date in bold and click on the date you are looking for. In this case, that will be June 8th. Once you've done that, click on the Conference Rooms drop-down menu. Find a room on the West Wing, any room with a W preceding it, which is available from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., 30 minutes before and after the actual event time. Once you've located an available room, click on Department Conference Room from the Request Rooms drop-down menu, which is located above the bolded date. Fill out the appropriate information and make sure to include, down here after we select both of the times, be sure to include in the event description the company name interviews, or in this case, Ministry of Magic interviews. Once you've done that, hit Submit. In this case, we will not click this, because we don't want to send it through. You will want to make sure that you set up a follow-up on your campaign to reach out to the Dean's Department if they do not get back to you after 2 or 3 days. Wonderful. Once you've done that, you can go back to the OCI schedule. Looks like we're already there. To add the additional room, go to the New Rooms section of the page and click Add Item. You will want to fill out the room number in the Room Label bar. After that, we will click Yes as a placeholder room and select Business Career Center 410 TNRB as its location. Then click on the Save button found at the top or bottom of the page. Now, under the Rooms section of the page, let's make sure that the room is attached to the OCI schedule. If not, you can hold Control and select the additional room, followed by clicking Save. Brilliant, looks like we have both rooms selected. Next, let's work on changing the applicants' statuses. Because Ms. Feathermore was not able to make her selections before the employer select deadline, all applicants' statuses were automatically changed to Not Invited. Good heavens! In order to change their status to Invited and notify them to sign up for an interview time slot at the same time, it would be best to change the employer select end date to your current date. To change the employer select end date, go to the top right-hand side of the schedule details page where it says OCR dates, June 8, 2016. Change the employer select end date to your current date and click Save. By doing this, you've reset the employer select timeline, and any changes you make to student selections will be recognized by the system. Next, you will need to go to the Students/Interviews tab to change the statuses of the applicants. You will need to click on the Edit button, which will prompt you to the Review/Edit Interview page. Under the Status section, select Invited and click Submit. Repeat this process until you have updated the statuses of all the candidates. When you are done, all invited students will automatically be notified after the employer select end date through the Bridge's automated system of their invited status, which will prompt them to sign up for an interview time slot. By George, you have done it! I can't believe it! You've joined an elite group of select individuals who have held and who currently hold the title of Recruiting Coordinator. Give yourself a pat on the back because that is no lightweight feat. Again, may your learning be lovely and your day be delightful. See you next time!